Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my July TBR. I have some prompts. It's kind of looking a little sad, a little empty. I need to add more to it, but we're going to pick our July books today. And I did read 4 out of the 6 that I picked out last month, so that was pretty good. I normally don't stick to a TBR, because I'm a huge mood reader, but that's okay. We're gonna try and complete it this month. So, anyway, let's pick our first prompt. Okay, our first one says under 300 pages. Let's see. I feel like a lot of these aren't going to be. That one's over. Nope. Ooh, this one might be. Yes, this one is 289. This is Evie Drake Starts Over. First of all, I love the cover. I was like, this definitely gives summer vibes. It takes place in a sleepy seaside town in May, where a recently widowed Evie Drake rarely leaves her large, painfully empty house nearly a year after her husband's death. Everyone in town thinks grief keeps her locked inside, and Evie doesn't correct them. Meanwhile, in New York City, former Major League pitcher Dean Tenney is wrestling with a downward turn in his career. As the media storm heats up, an invitation from an old friend to stay in Maine seems like a chance to hit the reset button on Dean's future. When he rents an apartment at the back of Evie's house, the two make a deal. Dean won't ask about Evie's husband, and Evie won't ask about Dean's career. Rules, though, have a way of begging to be broken, and what starts as an unexpected friendship soon turns into something more. To move forward, Evie and Dean will have to reckon with their past, the friendships they damaged, the secrets they've kept, but in life, as in baseball, there's always a chance, up until the last out. So, I feel like that's the one that I am going to want to read, but let me just make sure. Yeah, that one's 300. I think I'm just going to go with this one because I think most of these are going to be over 300, but this is definitely a good pick, I think, for July. Okay, so that's for our first prompt. Now for our second one. Okay, I picked, this one says a mystery or a thriller. And I put this in here because I never read mysteries or thrillers. So, I actually don't even know if I have any on my cart. Oh, I do. My book of the month picks, which I do need to read because I didn't read May or June's pick. So, I think I'm gonna choose between these two. Okay, so it's gonna be between these two. The Man Made of Smoke, which is about this guy who witnessed a crime when he was a child, narrowly escaping an encounter with a notorious serial killer, and he's now, like, as an adult, that's what he does, like profiling criminals. And then his father dies suspiciously, and he goes back to a small town to look into his father's death. And I'm thinking that it has to do with what he witnessed as a child or something. I'm not sure. So that one's short and sweet too. And then this one is The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. So this one says, June 1975, the Taylor family shatters in a single night when 2 teenage siblings are found dead in their own home. The only surviving sibling, Vincent, never shakes the whispers and accusations that he was the one who killed them. Decades later, the legend only grows as his career as a horror writer skyrockets. Ghostwriter Olivia Dumont has spent her entire professional life, hiding the fact that she is the only child of Vincent Taylor. Now on the brink of financial ruin, she's offered a job to ghostwrite her father's last book. What she doesn't know, though, is that this project is another one of his lies. Maybe it's not another horror novel he wants to write. After 50 years of silence, Vincent Taylor is finally ready to talk about what really happened that night in 1975. They both sound very intriguing. I feel like I'm leaning towards this one. I don't know, the words are kind of small. Let's look at this one. And this one's shorter too. I think I might have Siri choose. So this is 1, this is 2. Or this is going to be an odd number, this is going to be an even number. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 100. Okay, that's an odd number, so we're going to read The Man Made of Smoke. Now for prompt number 3. A popular book. Okay. What is popular? I feel like Babel? Is that how you say it? By R.F. Kuang. Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Red Queen. It's pretty popular. I feel like Remarkably Bright Creatures is popular. I don't really want a fantasy. Or like a dark fantasy. Sci-fi. I'm not really feeling that. I'm not really feeling it. I feel like Red Queen, maybe. This is a popular dystopian book. And I feel like I would definitely see myself reading this one more than like any other fantasy. But also Remarkably Bright Creatures. But I also feel like I could use this for like a different prompt, maybe. I think I'm gonna go with Red Queen. I think it's a classic dystopian, popular from the 2014 times, you know, that era of all the dystopian. So I think I'm gonna pick this one. Okay. Now for our 4th prompt. Part of your summer TBR. Ooh, okay. That's a lot, actually. So, part of my summer TBR. Actually, I have it in my reading journal. So, let's see. I have Perfect Fit by Clara Gilmore. Emily Giffin, The Summer Pact. Float, Red, White, and Royal Blue. Ember in the Ashes. The Summer We Ran. But actually, I'm going to save this one because I have an idea for a video for that one. So, How to Hide in Plain Sight. And then I have 2 Kristen Hanna books over there, but I don't think I want to do those yet. I also have The Hotel in Nantucket I have downloaded on my Kindle, which I do really want to read. And I feel like I put that on my TBR last year, and I feel like putting it on my TBR made me not want to read it, so I might not do that again. Just because I already have a hard time reading Ellen Hilderbrand's book sometimes. So I don't want to force myself to read it, but I do have it downloaded on my Kindle, and it's one that I want to read out by the pool. So, I do really want to read this. It's kind of long, though. How many? I have basically 1 fiction, a mystery, and a fantasy, so I could really go any route. I feel like this one's going to be a bit more of an emotional read, which I feel like I don't want to read that yet. Perfect Fit. I don't know, this one, I don't know why I put that one on there. I feel like it's not very summery. Oh yeah, and this one. This one's more fiction-y. I think I'm gonna do a romance. So it's between these two. I think I'm gonna do Red, White, and Royal Blue because this has been on my TBR the longest. So that's our 4th book. Sorry if the angle changed. I had to charge my camera. So now we can do our 5th prompt. I'm gonna do 6, by the way. I don't think I said that. Alright, our 5th prompt says a new release. So I have quite a bit of those on here. These are 2 new releases that came out this year from K.L. Walther, While We're Young, and First Time for Everything. I don't know if I'm in the mood for any of these. This one's inspired by Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I'm not really sure. I think this one's more romance based. I'm not sure about those. Main characters just came out and I really want to read it because, like, look at the cover. I've had some, like, mixed reviews of it. This isn't, like, I feel like I should read something that came out, like, this came out in March. The K.L. Walther one. I feel like I should do something that I've had on a new release that I've had on my cart for a while. A Curse Carved in Bone by Daniel L. Jensen. This one came out this year, but I need to do a refresh of the first book before I go into that. I also have, hang on, if I can get it. Normally I read new releases like immediately, because they're highly anticipated, but I also have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. So, I mean, honestly, if we're trying to pick one for the summer, it's going to be main characters, and it's shorter. I think I'm going to wait on this one, and I'm going to choose main characters for this one. Okay, so we're choosing main characters for a new release. And then for our 6th and final prompt, one stuck on me. Ooh, this one's a book from your favorite genre, so another romance. Okay. I do really want to read Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I've had this on my cart for a while. There's like not a treasure hunt. No, yeah. There's a treasure hunt in this. I feel like it'd be kind of like, I don't know if it's kind of silly or it just seems fun, honestly, and I do like their writing. I also have a new one from Josie Silver, Slow Burn Summer. And I've read her Christmas novels. I haven't read like her like normal ones. Like, this is a summer one, obviously. It's about talent agent Charlie Francisco, who has 3 problems: a divorce that ended his screenwriting career, a business he never planned to inherit, and a take your breath away romance novel whose author wants nothing to do with its publication. The book is a surefire hit if only his agency can find someone to play author on its summer book tour. Enter Kate Elliott, a former soap opera actress who's miraculously right for the part at the very moment her life seems to be going all wrong. Kate is still recovering from her own divorce, and Charlie's job offer is a lifeline. She agrees to the pretense for all interview signings and appearances surrounding the novel's publication, but she can't know who really wrote the remarkable story. The one so beautiful it's made her believe in love again. When Kate and Charlie meet, they're all friction and sparks. The one thing they have in common is the determination to play their respective parts. But as the summer heats up and the lies get bigger and bigger, can they stick to their lines or will they go off script? That sounds very interesting. So this one's like a shorter one. I feel like I don't have anything too long. I just feel like maybe because this one's like, it says Slow Burn Summer, I specifically need to read this. I need to read this specifically in the summer. And this one I feel like I could read at the end of summer going into fall or something. So I think I'm going to choose Slow Burn Summer for that one. So let's go through all of our books, all of our picks. So our first prompt was a book under 300 pages, and I picked Evie Drake Starts Over. Our second prompt was a mystery or thriller, and I chose The Man Made of Smoke. For our third prompt, we chose a popular book, and I picked Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Our fourth prompt was part of your summer TBR, and I chose Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Our fifth prompt is a new release, and I chose Main Characters by Hannah Orenstein. And then our sixth and final prompt was a book from your favorite genre, and I chose Slow Burn Summer by Josie Silver. Those are our 6 books on our TBR for July. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can finish all of these. They're all pretty short and sweet, so I think it's definitely doable. But I am excited about these books, and I'm going to make it a priority to finish them. I know I can do it. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've read any of the books that I picked for my TBR, or if you see one on my card that you think I should read, let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. Bye!